John Patrick O'Reilly, based on the Arcana motion picture. Joe Beck woke up one morning, happy and ready to greet the day, but he forgot to put his trash out that morning. "Hey, wait!" shouted Joe as the garbage truck drove away. What Joe didn't know, what no one knew, was that nearby there lived a mystical village of pixies. They hide in the forest, keep to themselves, and never explore outside the safety of their homes. Not thinking about his actions, Joe tosses his trash in the woods, but small acts like this can have very big consequences. The pixies see this as an attack on their peaceful world. The falling trash injures William, one of the pixie princes. His father, the king, announces, "Whomsoever performs a misdeed against us suffers the fate of the pixie curse." It's up to Sam, William's younger brother, to punish the one known as Joe. Pixies are fantastic tricksters. Sam, with his friends Max and Twitch, work in secret to make it look like Joe is the clumsiest person alive. Joe makes for an easy target. Joe works with his dad at a garage. Of course, with this many toys and dangerous tools around, the pixies can't help themselves. Joe gets a painful tour of his shop, ending with a broken foot. Joe ends up with a quick trip to the doctor to get fixed up. He tests his luck by asking out the lovely Nurse Betty, but she's got enough accident-prone patients to deal with, without adding the trouble of dating one of them. Joe is starting to wonder just how his luck can be this bad. It's ruining his love life, it's a strain on his day, and it's costing him a promotion at work. Suddenly, Joe finds an accident all of his own. A lovely girl named Michelle opens a door right into his face. Michelle helps Joe up and offers to fix his bruised face with some ice. Joe finds himself in Michelle's apartment. He can't believe it. His luck is finally getting better. As it turns out, Michelle is an artist, a vegan, and a very nice gal. The pixies spy on Joe. Sam is starting to have second thoughts about how much they've been hurting Joe. He wants to take a break, but his friends fear upsetting the king. It looks like Joe is really falling for this girl. Even though he's a bit shy, Joe asks out Michelle. To everyone's surprise, she says yes. They set a date, and Joe heads off to work. Sam is really having issues with being mean to someone as revenge. He flies back home to check on his brother. Max and Twitch ask him to keep teasing Joe, but he'd rather not. The king is furious when he learns that Sam is not doing his duties. Sam doesn't want to just be obsessed with Joe. He wants to forgive Joe and be happy. The king won't listen. He tells Sam to leave and not come back. Sam returns to Joe's house. Since he can't be at peace, he decides that Joe may as well not be able to relax either. Sam rigs up traps and tricks all over the house. Joe gets his punishment, and then some. While Joe cleans up the mess, he's surprised to find Sam. Joe traps Sam under a glass and demands that he explain what's going on. Sam sadly tells Joe about the pixie curse. Joe gets furious with this and leaves. With his pixie problem solved, Joe leaves for work and finally has a great day. Everything works out fantastic. He even gets a promotion. He decides to end the day with Michelle, but first, he'll go brag to his pixie prisoner. Returning home, Joe falls for a trap set by Max and Twitch. Joe is knocked out, and after a bit of work, Sam gets free. Joe wakes up and realizes he missed his date with Michelle. The pixies escape, but Joe follows them. Joe finds the pixie village. "It's Joezilla!" screams Max. Joe takes his own revenge on the town and smashes it to pieces. The king blames Sam for this. Sam says his brother would have wanted to forgive Joe, but the king declares war. Joe ends up going over to Michelle's parents for a quiet dinner. However, the pixies have different ideas. With a few well-planned pranks, the dinner ends on a fairly explosive note. Michelle is getting rather fed up with how clumsy Joe seems. Joe tries to show her that it's all the pixies' fault, but when he dives to catch one, he accidentally destroys her art display. Michelle tosses Joe out, and he's very upset. Pixies return home, but sadly realize they can't fix their kingdom. It looks like they'll have to be split up and find new homes. However, Sam has an idea, and he flies off to see Joe. Sam finds Joe sulking at home. Sam sincerely apologizes for his actions. Joe apologizes for his destruction. The two make a plan to set things right. The whole Pixie army have shown up to Joe's workshop. It turns out Sam and Joe have been spending their time constructing a brand new Pixie village as an apology. It's a top-of-the-line work of art, fancy enough even to impress the king. As a thank you, the Pixies help out Joe by fixing Michelle's art show. It's the biggest hit in town. In fact, it's such an event that even Prince William shows up for it. And so, Joe gets the girl, and the Pixies have a bright new future with new friends. The end.